On the 19th of November, only 1 week after the Xbox Series S and X arrived in stores, the PS5 finally launched and the wait was over. With new and improved graphics and a faster SSD to boot, Sony's new console is ripe for some racing action. Are you one of the lucky people who have already got their hands on one? And ask yourself which games you need to race for pole position? Don't worry, we've got you covered. As soon as you have unpacked your PlayStation 5 and got it up and running, you can already enjoy the latest title from the Gran Turismo franchise. And if you only ever played GT Sport at its launch, it's definitely worth firing it up once again, because developer Polyphony Digital have added tons of free content to the game and is still doing so. You can enjoy more cars, tracks and brand new offline GT leagues compared to the launch version. The one disadvantage, it's rather a negligent upgrade for users who already owned a PS4 Pro beforehand, because GT Sport runs like it did on the Pro in an upscaled 4K resolution with 60 FPS. However, one noticeable improvement can be found: the much faster loading times. They may shorten the time waiting for the next race, but unfortunately, they won't reduce the time until Gran Turismo 7 finally drops. So far, we only know it's going to be next year, so keep waiting and train your skills with GT Sport. With the ability to run almost every PS4 game on your PS5, you also have quite a big backlog of titles to get through. Good thing then that you can play them with your old wheel too. Fanatec, Logitech and Thrustmaster already confirms that you are going to be able to use your PS4 accessories on the new console as well. Which of your old titles will you start up again and see how it looks on the new hardware? Tell us in the comments. If you are more into recent games though, WRC9 is the right one for you. The rally simulation launched on the 3rd of September for the old consoles, but is one of the first games that also delivered a PS5 version, with its release the same day as the PlayStation. It once again brings you beautiful 4K resolution and constant 60 frames, and to really get the next-gen feeling while driving, the game takes full advantage of the new DualSense controller. Developer Killerton promises the most realistic driving feeling to date. It uses a full array of possibilities to make you feel the difference between driving on snow, tarmac or gravel just by the vibration of the controller, and it makes it even harder to accelerate when you've damaged your car. And the best news for you, if you already own a PS4 copy of the game, the upgrade to the new version is totally free. Have you already experienced the new controller? Let us know what you think about it. Once you've played through some of the games in your backlog and also tested WRC9, you'll be fine until, let's say, the 14th of January. Because, for every motocross fan, this means a new MXGP title. MXGP 2020 is based heavily on last year's version and improves on its foundation. The track editor will be expanded, so you'll have even more possibilities to build your own dream track. Also, the playground mode will offer the biggest free roaming area ever in a game from developer Milestone, with a size of 1 kilometre squared. And that's only to mention a few things that await you. A dynamic 4K resolution and 60 FPS are going to be there like in every other new title, as well as an updated roster of drivers, better physics, and more realistic terrain deformation. Last but not least, there is still a game for all fans of explosions and fun racers out there. In February, Sony's new IP Destruction Allstars hits digital as well as physical shelves. The over-the-top cartoony look brings a different goal to the car genre than many others have. In this game, it's not about who is the fastest racer or even who can score the most goals like in Rocket League. It's purely about chaos. A destruction derby in its most distilled form. It's very reminiscent of the Twisted Metal series, just in a more family-friendly look. While we already talked about a handful of titles, there are even more for you to play. The newest Dirt title is playable from the launch of the console. And if you own the last gen version, you also get an upgrade for free to enjoy inglorious 120 FPS and, as always, 4K. Assetto Corsa is also worth a second look. Compared to the Xbox Series X, you won't be getting the 4K resolution, but at least the frame rate is locked to 50 FPS, so it doesn't matter what happens in the game. And in January, another motorcycle game releases with Ride, which is basically a graphically updated edition of the PS4 version. And with Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown in the works, we can really look forward to another true next-gen racing experience. If you enjoyed this video, check out our other one about the new racing games to play on Xbox Series X, where we go into further detail with our additional picks. And for more esports racing content in general, visit overtake.gg or our YouTube and other social channels. See you next time.